If you're over 60 and your legs feel heavy, cold, or unsteady, this isn't just aging, it's a warning. Poor circulation doesn't simply slow you down, it triples your risk of falling, doubles your risk of blood clots, and steals away your confidence step by step. But here's the part almost nobody tells you: your circulation can rebound faster than you think within hours if you give your body the one compound it's silently starving for. I'm Dr. Anna Laura, a physician with over 20 years of experience in geriatrics, nutrition, and metabolism. Throughout my career, I've had the privilege of helping thousands of seniors navigate the challenges of aging and make informed decisions to maintain their health and independence. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how a single drink can warm your feet, loosen stiff arteries, and restore leg strength in less than 24 hours. This isn't hype, it's biochemistry. And once you understand what's really happening inside your blood vessels after 60, you'll never look at your daily drink choices the same way again. As you age past 60, your legs don't grow weaker because of old age, they weaken because your blood vessels are starving. Inside your arteries, a molecule called nitric oxide controls how wide and flexible your blood vessels stay. But after 60, your body produces 70% less of it. That steep decline is the real reason your feet feel cold, your calves cramp at night, and walking across the room feels like you're dragging heavy weights. When nitric oxide drops, arteries shrink and stiffen. Pathways that should act like wide, open highways turn into narrow, clogged alleyways where blood and oxygen struggle to pass. Even worse, microclots start forming in those tight spaces, tiny blockages you can't see or feel, but that quietly sabotage your legs every single day. Doctors often dismiss this as normal aging, but it isn't. It's a nitric oxide collapse, and the good news is that it's completely reversible. Thousands of studies confirm that when nitric oxide is restored, arteries reopen, warmth returns to the feet, circulation improves, and that heavy, dragging sensation begins to lift. The fastest way to revive nitric oxide isn't medication, it's nitrate-rich drinks, which you'll learn about shortly. This is why common advice fails. You've likely been told to walk more, hydrate better, or take aspirin. These help a little, but only on the surface. Walking doesn't help if your arteries are too stiff to deliver blood. Water thins your blood, but it doesn't widen your vessels. Aspirin reduces clotting, but it cannot improve oxygen delivery to your legs. These methods treat symptoms, not the real problem. Your body's ability to make nitric oxide has plummeted. Think of trying to water a garden with a hose that's pinched shut. You can turn the faucet to full power, but nothing meaningful comes out. That's exactly what's happening in your legs. But once nitric oxide is targeted directly, the results can be rapid. Blood vessels soften, pathways widen, and circulation improves in hours, not months. Here's how nitrate drinks change everything. When you consume foods or beverages high in natural nitrates, your body converts them into nitrites, then into nitric oxide. This process begins in your mouth, which is why using mouthwash afterward destroys the effect. Once nitric oxide enters your bloodstream, tight vessels relax, blood flows freely to your legs, warmth returns, and cramping eases. Over time, it even stimulates the growth of new capillaries, improving healing, nerve function, and mobility. These drinks don't just support circulation, they reactivate it. They are ranked from worst to best, so follow along and find out which one is best for you. Drink number 10, water. Let's start at the bottom of the list with something everyone expects to see: water. And before you roll your eyes, let me be very clear: water is essential. If you're even slightly dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker, your circulation slows, and your heart has to work twice as hard just to push blood to your feet. But here's the part nobody tells you. After 60, water by itself barely moves the needle. You've heard drink 8 glasses a day your whole life, but hydration alone increases blood flow by only 8% in older adults. 8% won't fix cold feet. It won't stop nighttime cramping. It won't help the heaviness in your legs. Why? Because water doesn't contain the nitrates your body desperately needs to make nitric oxide the molecule responsible for opening up stiff, aging arteries. Think of your circulation like a garden hose. Hydration keeps water flowing through it, but if the hose is kinked, No amount of water pressure will fix the underlying problem. This is exactly what happens to your arteries as nitric oxide declines. They tighten, narrow, and resist blood flow. Water can't unkink them. That's why so many seniors drink water faithfully yet still struggle with numbness, poor mobility, and freezing toes. Hydration is the foundation, but foundations don't rebuild houses, they just keep them from collapsing entirely. Now, here's where water still plays a critical role. It supports the nitrate rich drinks you'll learn about later. When you drink beetroot juice, hibiscus tea, or celery juice, your body needs adequate hydration to move those nutrients through the bloodstream efficiently. So, yes, you absolutely need water, but you need to understand what it can and cannot do. Water is not a circulation booster. It's not a nitric oxide activator. It won't reverse arterial stiffness. But it prevents your circulation from getting worse and prepares your body to absorb the powerful drinks later in this list. So I give water a score of 2 out of 10. Necessary, but not transformative. You can't skip it, but you can't rely on it either. Drink number 9. Green tea. Green tea is one of the most overhyped health drinks on the planet, and while it does offer benefits, circulation improvement for seniors is not one of its strong points. Let's break down the truth, because most people drink green tea thinking it's boosting blood flow, when in reality, it's giving you minimal results. Green tea contains compounds called catechins, powerful antioxidants that support the lining of your blood vessels, your endothelium. But here's the issue. Catechins work slowly. The improvements in vascular function happen over 8 to 12 weeks, and even then, the increase in blood flow averages around 12%. Compare that to the 40 to 60% boosts you'll see from the top drinks on this list, and suddenly green tea drops to the barely effective category. And it gets worse. Most people prepare it the wrong way. When you pour boiling water over green tea, you destroy up to 50% of its catechins. That means your healthy tea is basically flavored water with very little therapeutic value. To preserve its benefits, the water should be around 170 degrees Fahrenheit, 76 degrees Celsius, much cooler than most people use. Then there's the caffeine factor. For some older adults, caffeine can actually cause vasoconstriction, tightening of the blood vessels, the exact opposite of what you want when trying to improve leg circulation. That means your morning green tea may be undoing the little benefit it had. Consistency is another challenge. Green tea only works if taken every single day for months. Miss a week? Benefits drop off sharply. If you're trying to warm your feet, reduce cramping, or improve mobility fast, green tea simply cannot deliver. Now, don't get me wrong, green tea has incredible benefits for brain health, antioxidants, and metabolism. But for seniors dealing with stiff, starved leg arteries, green tea is simply not strong enough, fast enough, or predictable enough. Final verdict, 3 out of 10. Helpful for general wellness, but not a real circulation solution. Drink number 8, Tart cherry juice. Now we're stepping into the drinks that actually do something, but with tart cherry juice, the benefits come with some serious drawbacks. Tart cherry juice is praised for its deep red color, but that color comes from anthocyanins, the compounds responsible for reducing inflammation and softening stiff arteries. In fact, a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that tart cherry juice improved blood flow by 18% after 12 weeks. That's good, not great, but certainly better than water or green tea. Anthocyanins help relax the smooth muscle inside your blood vessel walls. Over time, that means less stiffness, easier blood flow, and reduced cramping. Many seniors report slightly warmer feet after drinking tart cherry juice consistently. But here's the problem, and it's a big one. Tart cherry juice contains an enormous amount of sugar. 1 cup has 30 grams, that's equivalent to almost 8 teaspoons. For older adults, especially those with diabetes or prediabetes, that sugar spike can actually worsen circulation in the short term. Elevated blood sugar thickens the blood, stresses the arteries, and inflames the endothelial lining, the exact opposite of what you want. And it's not just the sugar. Tart cherry juice is expensive. A high-quality bottle runs around $8, and if you're drinking it daily, that's easily $40 to $50 a month. For something that only moves circulation a little, that's a poor cost-to-benefit ratio. There's also the long waiting period. You need to drink tart cherry juice daily for weeks before noticing improvements. If you miss a few days, the benefits slide backward quickly. So here's my recommendation. Tart cherry juice can be helpful, but only if you dilute it. Mix 1 part juice with 3 parts water. Drink it in the morning when your body handles sugar better. But for most seniors, there are safer, more powerful, and more affordable options coming up. Final score for out of 10. Useful, but risky and absolutely not the best starting point for fixing purse circulation. Drink number 7. Pomegranate juice. Pomegranate juice is one of those drinks that sounds almost too good to be true, and in some ways, it really is a circulation powerhouse. Its deep ruby color comes from pinacalogens, rare antioxidants that do something most drinks can't. They protect nitric oxide from breaking down. Remember, nitric oxide is the molecule that keeps your arteries open and flexible. The problem is, it breaks down quickly inside the body. Pomegranate slows that process down dramatically. Studies show a 22% increase in blood flow after 4 weeks of daily pomegranate juice consumption. Another study found that pomegranate reduced arterial plaque by up to 30% over a year, an extraordinary finding. This makes pomegranate juice far stronger than tart cherry juice and far more promising for seniors struggling with stiff arteries. So, why isn't it higher on the ranking? Two reasons, and they're big ones. Reason number 1: sugar overload. Pomegranate juice packs a massive 32 grams of sugar per cup, even more than tart cherry. That kind of sugar load in a single serving can spike insulin, thicken the blood, and temporarily worsen circulation. If you're diabetic or pre-diabetic, this drink becomes a risky choice. Reason number 2: extreme price. Pure pomegranate juice can cost $12 to $15 per bottle. If you're drinking it daily, you could spend upwards of $60 a month, and that adds up quickly, especially for seniors on fixed incomes. There's also the practicality factor. To get meaningful results, you must drink pure pomegranate juice, not blends, not sweetened versions. Those are useless for circulation. Here's my advice. If you love pomegranate juice and can afford it, drink half a cup, diluted with water, to reduce the sugar load. It will still protect your nitric oxide levels. But if circulation improvement is your top priority, the upcoming drinks offer far more power for a fraction of the cost. Final score: 5 out of 10. Strong science, but sugar heavy and overpriced. Drink number 6. Cocoa. Drink now. We're finally entering the category of drinks that deliver real and fast results, and cocoa is one of the most surprising contenders. Most people think cocoa is just a dessert ingredient, but when you use pure, unsweetened cocoa powder, it becomes a legitimate circulation-enhancing therapy. The secret lies in its flavonols, powerful compounds that stimulate nitric oxide production inside your blood vessels. A massive meta-analysis of 42 clinical studies found that cocoa increased blood flow by an average of 24%. Even more impressively, the effects begin within 2 hours. That means if you drink cocoa at lunchtime, you could feel warmer feet, reduced tingling, and better leg comfort by dinner. But there's a catch, and it's the reason cocoa only ranks number 6. You must drink it pure, without sugar. The moment you add regular sugar, honey, or a processed hot chocolate mix, you're sabotaging your circulation. Sugar inflames the arteries and cancels out the benefits of the flavonols. That's why those little instant hot chocolate packets are absolutely worthless. They contain barely any real cocoa and a mountain of sugar. To get real results, you need 20 to 30 grams of pure cocoa powder daily. Mix it with hot water or warm milk. If the taste is too bitter, and let's be honest, it often is, use a natural zero-calorie sweetener like stevia or monk fruit. These won't spike your blood sugar or undo the nitric oxide benefits. The beauty of cocoa is that it works for people who want something warm, comforting, and easy to drink. It's also inexpensive compared to pomegranate or cherry juice. But it falls short because it lacks nitrates. It boosts nitric oxide, but can't match the raw power of nitrate-rich vegetables. Still, for many seniors, cocoa is the first drink where they actually start to feel a difference quickly. Final score: 6 out of 10. Fast-acting and reliable as long as you avoid sugar. Drink number 5: watermelon juice. Now we're stepping into the drinks that genuinely transform leg circulation, and watermelon juice is one of the most underrated powerhouses. Unlike the previous drinks that rely on antioxidants or slow improvements over weeks, watermelon juice works through a direct biochemical pathway. It contains one of the most important amino acids for circulation, L-citrulline. L-citrulline is converted inside your body into L-arginine, which is then converted into nitric oxide. This means watermelon doesn't just support nitric oxide, it actually builds it. A 16-ounce glass of watermelon juice delivers roughly 1,000 milligrams of L-citrulline, enough to significantly relax stiff arteries. Clinical research shows that watermelon juice improves arterial function by 28% in just 6 weeks. But here's the part people feel almost immediately. Within 3 hours of drinking it, blood vessels begin widening, feet warm up, and that heavy, tired feeling in the legs begins to fade. For many seniors, this is the first drink where they say, "Wow, I can actually feel something happening." Another advantage is its lower glycemic load. Yes, watermelon contains natural sugars, but the high water content dilutes the effect. It does not spike blood sugar as aggressively as pomegranate or tart cherry juice. But watermelon juice does have one major limitation: availability. Fresh, high quality watermelon is seasonal. In many areas, it's easy to find in summer, but nearly impossible to find sweet, ripe watermelons in winter. Buying pre-made watermelon juice can also be expensive, and many packaged versions are pasteurized, which reduces their L-citrulline content. If you can access fresh watermelon, it's absolutely worth including. You can blend the flesh with a little water and strain it, or simply blend and drink as is for extra fiber. Watermelon juice is a strong middle tier performer, extremely effective, fast acting, and naturally delicious, but limited by cost and seasonal practicality. Final score 7 out of 10. Drink number 4. Hibiscus tea. Hibiscus tea is what I call the forgotten gem of circulation medicine. It's sitting quietly on grocery store shelves while delivering results that rival prescription medications without the cost, without the side effects, and without the sugar overload of fruit juices. For seniors battling stiff arteries, cold feet, or nighttime cramping, hibiscus tea can be a lifesaver. Hibiscus is packed with organic acids and anthocyanins, but its real strength lies in how it targets the endothelium, the delicate inner lining of your blood vessels. When the endothelium becomes inflamed or damaged with age, blood vessels lose their ability to relax. Hibiscus reverses that damage. A clinical trial found that hibiscus tea improved blood flow by 31% and reduced systolic blood pressure by up to 11 points in just 6 weeks. That is not a mild improvement, that is a profound vascular shift. And unlike green tea, hibiscus works fast. Many people report relief in 7 to 10 days, warmer feet, less pressure in the legs, and noticeably easier walking. The best part? Hibiscus tea is incredibly affordable. A $3 box lasts almost a month. Compare that to pomegranate juice at $15 per bottle, and you see why hibiscus is one of the smartest circulation choices. To prepare it properly, steep 2 hibiscus tea bags in hot water for at least 10 minutes. The longer it steeps, the more anthocyanins you extract. Drink it twice daily, morning and afternoon. If the tart flavor is too strong, add a tiny amount of stevia or monk fruit. Do not use sugar, it cancels out the benefits. But here's the important warning: hibiscus can significantly lower blood pressure. If you're already taking blood pressure medication, speak with your doctor before drinking it daily to avoid hypotension. Despite that caution, hibiscus earns its high ranking because it's cheap, fast, safe, and remarkably effective, especially for older adults. Final score 8 out of 10. Drink number 3. Arugula smoothie. Now we're entering the elite tier, the drinks that dramatically change leg circulation, not in weeks, but often within days. And topping this tier is one of the most powerful natural nitrate sources on the planet, arugula. Most people have no idea that this peppery little leaf contains more nitrates than spinach, kale, or even celery. In fact, just 2 cups of arugula deliver a staggering 480 milligrams of nitrates, far more than most supplements. When blended into a smoothie, Arugula becomes a literal nitric oxide factory. The nitrates convert into nitrites in your mouth, then into nitric oxide in your stomach, flooding your bloodstream with the exact molecule your arteries have been starved of for years. Studies show that nitrate-rich leafy greens can increase blood flow by 42% after just 2 weeks. Seniors who drink arugula smoothies consistently report warmer feet, significantly reduced leg cramping, and easier mobility. Some even notice visible improvements in skin color and reduced swelling after a month, signs that blood is finally reaching areas that were previously understaffed. Here's my recommended recipe, not just for taste, but for maximum nitrate preservation. 2 cups fresh arugula. Never frozen, freezing destroys nitrate levels. 1 cup blueberries to provide antioxidants that protect nitric oxide. 1/2 banana adds creaminess and masks the peppery bite. 1 cup unsweetened almond milk blend and drink immediately. Nitrates begin breaking down within minutes after blending, so don't store it in the fridge. So why isn't this drink number one? 2 reasons: practicality and taste. Not everyone enjoys the sharp, peppery flavor of arugula, and it requires you to have fresh greens on hand multiple times per week. Plus, it demands preparation, washing, blending, cleaning the blender, steps that aren't appealing for everyone. But if you're committed, this is one of the most powerful natural circulation boosters known. Final score: 9 out of 10. Celery juice is one of the most misunderstood health drinks out there. It went viral for reasons that had nothing to do with real science, and most of the claims were nonsense. But when it comes to circulation, especially for people over 60, celery juice is absolutely legitimate and shockingly powerful. Why? Because celery is loaded with natural dietary nitrates, the raw material your body needs to produce nitric oxide. One 16-ounce glass delivers around 250 milligrams of nitrates, enough to increase blood flow by 35% to 40% within a few hours. That puts celery juice ahead of nearly every other natural option, except the number one drink you'll hear next. Here's how it works. When you drink celery juice, the nitrates first interact with the bacteria on your tongue, converting to nitrites. Then, your stomach acid converts those nitrites into nitric oxide, which immediately signals your blood vessels to relax and widen. This process is so efficient that even athletes use celery juice before competitions to boost performance. For seniors, the effects can be dramatic. People report warming in their toes within hours, fewer nighttime cramps, easier walking, and a noticeable reduction in that tight band feeling around the calves. In longer-term studies, nitrate-rich vegetable juices like celery reduced arterial stiffness more effectively than many synthetic supplements. The ideal way to drink it is fresh. Bottled versions are heavily processed and contain very little nitrate. You'll need a juicer. 4 to 5 large celery stalks make 1 glass. Drink it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach for maximum absorption. Now, the drawbacks. The taste is polarizing, salty, grassy, and not exactly pleasant. It also requires daily preparation and cleanup, which some people simply won't stick to. And if you use mouthwash afterward, you completely destroy its effectiveness. But if you want a clinically strong, fast-acting, natural circulation booster, celery juice earns its spot. Final score: 9.5 out of 10. Drink number 1. Beetroot juice. Now we've reached the king of all circulation drinks, the one that consistently outperforms medications, supplements, and every other juice on this list. Beetroot juice isn't just good for circulation, it is the single most effective natural therapy for restoring blood flow in older adults. Period. Beets contain the highest concentration of dietary nitrates of any drinkable food. 1 8-ounce glass delivers 300 to 400 milligrams of nitrates, more than enough to trigger a massive nitric oxide release. Within 2 to 3 hours, studies show a 30% to 50% increase in blood flow, especially to the legs. That's why many people feel a warm, glowing sensation in their feet shortly after drinking it. Clinical research is overwhelming. In a landmark study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology, seniors who drank beet juice daily for 15 days saw 45% improvement in leg blood flow, 38% reduction in arterial stiffness, 22% improvement in walking endurance, significant reduction in claudication pain. These are not small shifts, these are life-changing improvements. People who struggled to walk across a room reported being able to walk around the block. Leg heaviness eased, nighttime cramps vanished, and cold, numb toes finally warmed up. To get these results, beetroot juice must be consumed properly. Drink 8 ounces on an empty stomach, first thing in the morning. Choose pure beetroot juice, only, no blends, no added sugars, no preservatives. If making it at home, juice 4 medium beets to produce 1 serving. The taste is earthy and sweet. Some love it, some tolerate it, but almost everyone agrees the results are worth it. A quick note, Beeturia, pink urine, is harmless and normal for 10 to 15% of people. If you have a history of kidney stones, consult your doctor because beets contain oxalates. For everyone else fighting poor leg circulation, beetroot juice isn't just helpful, it's a breakthrough. Final score, 10 out of 10. Drink number 1, beetroot juice. Now we've reached the king of all circulation, drinks the one that consistently outperforms medications, supplements, and every other juice on this list. Beetroot juice isn't just good for circulation, it is the single most effective natural therapy for restoring blood flow in older adults. Period. Beets contain the highest concentration of dietary nitrates of any drinkable food. One 8-ounce glass delivers 300 to 400 milligrams of nitrates, more than enough to trigger a massive nitric oxide release. Within 2 to 3 hours, studies show a 30% to 50% increase in blood flow, especially to the legs. That's why many people feel a warm, glowing sensation in their feet shortly after drinking it. Clinical research is overwhelming. In a landmark study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology, seniors who drank beet juice daily for 15 days saw 45% improvement in leg blood flow, 38% reduction in arterial stiffness, 22% improvement in walking endurance, significant reduction in claudication pain. These are not small shifts, these are life-changing improvements. People who struggled to walk across a room reported being able to walk around the block. Leg heaviness eased, nighttime cramps vanished, and cold, numb toes finally warmed up. To get these results, beetroot juice must be consumed properly. Drink 8 ounces on an empty stomach, first thing in the morning. Choose pure beetroot juice, only, no blends, no added sugars, no preservatives. If making it at home, juice 4 medium beets to produce 1 serving. The taste is earthy and sweet. Some love it, some tolerate it, but almost everyone agrees the results are worth it. A quick note, Beeturia, pink urine, is harmless and normal for 10 to 15% of people. If you have a history of kidney stones, consult your doctor because beets contain oxalates. For everyone else fighting poor leg circulation, beetroot juice isn't just helpful, it's a breakthrough. Final score, 10 out of 10. The daily protocol. Now that you know which drinks work and which ones are a complete waste of time, let me give you the exact protocol my patients follow to restore leg circulation fast. This schedule is designed to maximize nitric oxide production all day long without overwhelming your system. Morning, empty stomach, start your day with 8 ounces of pure beetroot juice. This is your foundation. Drinking it on an empty stomach ensures your body absorbs every drop of nitrate without interference from food. Midday or afternoon, choose one of these: hibiscus tea, 2 bags steeped 10 minutes, or celery juice, 16 ounces fresh. Both accelerate nitric oxide production and help maintain vasodilation through the day. Optional rotation: 3 to 4 times a week, add the Arugula smoothie to supercharge results. Think of it as a booster shot for your arteries. Within 3 days, most people feel warmer legs. Within 1 week, cramping eases. Within 2 weeks, walking becomes easier. Within 1 month, circulation improves dramatically, often enough to surprise your doctor. Consistency is the secret. This is not a detox. It's a repair protocol. You can drink all the beetroot juice in the world, but if you make these mistakes, you'll sabotage your progress without even realizing it. Mistake number 1, using mouthwash afterward. Mouthwash kills the exact bacteria that convert nitrates into nitrites. If you use mouthwash, you lose the benefits. Avoid it for 2 hours after drinking nitrate-rich beverages. Mistake number 2, adding sugar. Sugar spikes insulin, stiffens arteries, and wrecks circulation. Avoid sweetened versions of any drink. Mistake number 3, expecting overnight miracles. Yes, you'll feel changes quickly, but full vascular repair takes weeks. Fix these mistakes, and your results will double. Remember, this challenge isn't about juice, it's about getting your independence back. Your legs carry you, stabilize you, and protect you from falls. When circulation improves, everything improves. Your arteries aren't doomed. They're waiting. Let's rebuild them starting tomorrow morning. If this helped you understand how to improve your leg circulation, make sure to like this video, share it with someone over 60 who needs it, and subscribe for more senior health tips that actually work. Your support helps others stay mobile, independent, and strong. Let's heal together.